This is the ML-20 that was at Aberdeen in, say, 2008. So they did have that piece. Another form of the name of the thing is Soviet Howitzer M37 152mm 1937. The Gun-Howitzer that was to become one of the most important items of Soviet artillery during the Great Patriotic War years was another hybrid. This time it was produced by an alliance of the new Gun-Howitzer of the 152mm 6-inch model 1937 ML-20 and the increased elevation split trail carriage of the 122mm field gun model 3137. The new combination became the 152mm Gun-Howitzer model 1937 ML-20 or 152-37. It was manufactured in two forms. One had spoked wheels, 4-horse traction. The other, for motorized traction, had double-tired steel wheels. Both were manufactured in huge numbers, often under difficult conditions from 1937 onwards. One reference states, the total by 1946, when produced, ceased as 13,019 units, which indicates the importance of the model 1937 to the Soviet armed forces. It became the backbone of the Soviet artillery arm, forming the bulk of the gun howitzers that delivered the massive barrages employed until the fall of Berlin. In ballistic terms, the model 1937 could fire the standard 152mm 43.56 kg or 96-pound HEFRAG projectile to 18,888 yards. In addition to its field artillery value, it was often employed as an anti-tank gun, as with all other Soviet artillery pieces, relying on projectile weight and its explosive payload for its anti-armor effects. The Model 37 ordnance was modified into ML-20S form for installation in two self-propelled assault gun models. One was the SU-152, carried on a KV heavy tank chassis, and the other the ISU-153 on the JS heavy tank chassis. Returning to the towed form, the Model 1937 also became an important increment within the German gun park after 1941. At one time, the German army had captured at least 974 Model 1937s along with masses of ammunition. As outlined, some of this ammunition was shared with the Model 1910-34. The Germans used the Model 1937 as the 15.2 centimeter KH-433 Virgula 1R. That designation appears on many German documents, including lists of coastal defense guns. At least 217 units were diverted to the coastal defense role at locations as far apart as Italy and Denmark. 68 of them were sent to the Balkans to defend various naval bases, while 118 ended up at various locations along the Atlantic Wall. After 1945, the Model 1937 was distributed among the Warsaw Pact nations, some of them serving on until at least the early 1990s. So this is an ML-20, spoked wheels, solid wheels, and in this pixelation at Aberdeen, spoked wheels, solid wheels on the limber. There's a German crew at Coastal Defense with the ML-20. 152mm Gun-Howitzer model 1937 serving as a coastal defense weapon. I think they're Germans. And here's my sketch, the legendary piece, used by the Germans.